Well, we did not have the sausage race when we were here to play the Astros. Bob, you were jonesing for the sausage race. Did you pick the chorizo?
No, of course not. No. I went with Polish tonight, and he came in dead last. I think he tanked it. That was a fast-paced race, though. Sometimes they start out very slow till they get behind home plate, and then they turn it on. But chorizo, right out of the chute.
Left-hander Sean Marshall pitching to Ray Durham. He hits it foul. Marshall will be in the bullpen for the postseason, as will Jason Marquis.
And because the Cubs didn't get to the pitcher spot in the top half of the inning, Sean Marshall will either have to take the at-bat himself leading off, or Lou will go to his bench to a pinch hitter.
Two strikes on Durham. Braun and Fielder to follow. We're in the sixth. It's 1-1. Deep drive to left. Soriano's way back on it. Can't get it. Hits the track and bounds over the wall for a double, as Durham thought that was a home run, I think. That's a pretty hard warning track. That thing bounced way up in the air.
Marshall with a letter-high fastball out over the plate. Durham got the barrel of the bat on it, pulled it right down that left field line. And Durham thought he had himself a home run right there. Soriano giving it a chase over into the corner. This came up a little bit short, and then, as you said, it hits that rock-hard warning track and bounces up nearly into the second deck.
Braun at the plate. Jeff Samardzija is throwing in the Cubs pen. As you've said, Bob, you've got the pitcher spot due to lead off the seventh. So I think at the most this is a one-inning stint for Marshall.
Durham thought he had a home run right there. As he got to first base, he had to look away from the ball to find the bag, and then when he looked back up, he saw the baseball over the fence, so he just assumed it went out of the ballpark.
Marshall last pitched on Tuesday at Shea Stadium. Got a no decision, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs as a starter. He battled Johan Santana to a draw when he was taken out. Real tough break in the 5th when Santana picked up an infield hit on a slug bunt with a runner at first base. The barrel, which was broken, went towards Sean as the ball did. The ball got past Marshall, then hit the rolling bat, which forced Ronnie Cedeno to misplay the ball. That was a key turning point in that game. 3-0 on Braun.
It was weird enough that the ball hit the bat twice, but the real weird thing was the bat got out into the middle of the infield faster than the ball did. The bat was laying on the ground out behind the pitcher's mound when the ball finally got there and hit it a second time.
The 3-0 to Braun. Ball 4. Sunday night, get a complete recap of the Bears and Eagles matchup on U.S. Cellular. Bears post-game live. Pat Boyle and former Bears Jim Miller, Jerry Azuma, and Dan Jiggets break down all the action. Plus, William Jackson will bring you interviews with the players. U.S. Cellular, Bears post-game live Sunday immediately after the game, only on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend. Well, Sean Marshall needs the pitcher's best friend. He needs a ground ball hit right to Ryan Theriot, standing near second base. First and second, no outs. Ramirez can't cheat that much over toward the hole. It's short because of that runner at second. Swing and a miss. Nice curveball from Marshall.
Good tight rotation. Starts that pitch on the outer third. Broke it right off the plate. Fielder with that big swing. He takes a home run cut every time he lets it go.
Another tumbler, and he just
except for that swing. Boy, talk about an emergency swing. Breaking ball was up high. Prince wasn't sure if it was close enough to the strike zone to be called or not, so just fights it off. Stays alive to see at least one more pitch.
Got him. Big strikeout for Marshall. That's going to be it for him, I think, as Lou has already made the call. He's going to ask for Samardzija.
Boy, just a perfect breaking ball that time from Sean Marshall to retire the very dangerous Prince fielder.
Heineken call to the pen. Jeff Samardzija coming in, first and second, one out in a 1-1 tie.
It's got 403 horsepower. It can tow 8,000 pounds. Seats 7. It's dripping in chrome. Big, bold, beautiful. Forget drive it. If it had a bathroom, I'd live in it.
Visit your Chicagoland area Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer.
You know, I gotta tell you, since I've been hurt and missing work, you've been a big help to this family. No, really. The cash we get from Aflac helps us maintain the house, put food on the table. And my Jenny continues with her piano lessons. Yep, this family's doing just fine. And it's all thanks to
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
When you're looking for a luxury vehicle, is this all you see? How about now? What about now? Most people will consider 2 or 3 of these. But when you look at all sudden costs, you'll see why the Lexus ES has the lowest cost of ownership in its class. For a clearer picture, visit your Lexus dealer. Lease the 2008 ES 350 for $409 a month for 36 months, or $3609 due at signing.
Well, we want to give a special thanks to the crew at ESPN national telecast tonight. Steve Phillips, Oral Hershiser, and Dan Shulman with the call. I want to thank their production crew as well. You may have noticed our telecast has looked a little different tonight. We've had some major technical difficulties, and again, we thank the folks at ESPN for helping us out tonight, bringing you the Cubs and the Brewers. And we've utilized K-Zone as well tonight as Jeff Samardzija misses badly on ball 1 to J.J. Hardy. 2 on with 1 out. Brewers trying to take the lead. Dempster, Marshall, and now Samardzija. The pitch inside. Jeff has not been close to the plate in the first 2. Lots of strikeouts, but walk totals may be a bit higher than you'd like to see. Three and 0. Careful, Lou. Nice balance. Kind of like man on wire. 3 and 1. Popped him up. Lee with a catch. It was the infield fly rule, so he didn't technically have to catch it. Well, the J.J. Hardy swing at ball 4.
Well, we'll find out here in a moment. Borderline, maybe in, maybe a little up. Well, I'll tell you what, though, it speaks to Jeff Samardzij's late life on his fastball when he can throw a 3-1 heater up on the inner part of the plate and get a weak pop up to the right side of the infield. A guy that was obviously sitting on a fastball in that situation.
Swing and a miss by Hart. Good slider from Jeff. That will be a key pitch for him in his development as a major league pitcher.
And his slider has gotten better in his time here at the major league level. When he first came up, it was very flat, very slow. He's tightened up the rotation on that pitch, can throw it a little bit harder now, get some swings and misses on pitches on the outer half of the plate.
Pulled foul.
I think Jeff Samardzij was like a lot of young pitchers pitching in Notre Dame, probably back at the high school level. When you've got a good fastball, you can pretty much get by with that alone. Split finger has come along a long ways, as well as that slider. Boy, if he can come up with 2 good secondary pitches to go along with that heavy mid-90 sinker, he would have something special working.
Working with Corey Hill, who came in for Soto. Shallow left, and it's going to drop, and the Brewers will get the lead as Durham scores. A bleeder for Corey Hart, and it's 2-1.
You know, the Brewers and Corey Hart are not going to apologize for this swing. Good slider low and away. He cued it right off the end of the bat. There's a little floater into left field in front of Soriano for an RBI base hit.
Counsell at the bat. Strike 1.
South Bend is probably at a standstill right now for this matchup.
And Samardzij had to step off because Theriot had vacated his defensive position to sneak in behind the runner, Braun at second. He'll snatch it up. Samardzij covers, and the inning is over. That goes 3-1. Corey Hart with the go-ahead RBI single, and it's 2-1 Brewers as we head off to the 7th.
I'm John Haas, and I switched from BMW to a new Ford Edge. The Vista roof is open every single time we drive it. My gas mileage is phenomenal, so I'll take it.
Now, save over $5,600 with 0 for 60 on Edge.
All around the world, men with erectile dysfunction have taken 36-hour Cialis. Today, men can also be ready with another dosing option, Cialis for daily use, a clinically proven low-dose tablet you take every day, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right.
Tell your doctor about your medical condition and all medications, and ask if you're healthy enough for sexual activity. Don't take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, stop taking Cialis and call your doctor right away.
36-hour Cialis or Cialis for daily use. Ask your doctor if a Cialis option is right for you. So when the moment is right, you can be ready.
I'm gonna be right back. So don't you go anywhere.
I won't. Right now is not a very good time. All right, I'm on my way.
When the crave calls, answer with the A1 Original Slider. A steam grilled burger topped with A1 thick and hearty sauce. It's one saucy combination.
I'm Dan Hogan, and I switched from an import to my new Ford Fusion. It's a lot of car with great gas mileage. My favorite feature is definitely the sync system.
Now, save over $4,300 with 0 for 60 on Fusion.
Cub fans won't want to miss the recently published book, Hoodoo, Unraveling the 100-Year Mystery of the Chicago Cubs. Available at your nearest Chicagoland Walgreens, harrycarries.com, and wherever books are sold. And we want to make sure you knew about some of the upcoming book signings of Hoodoo tomorrow at the Walgreens, 6460 West Fullerton, and then on Tuesday the 30th at 111 South Halstead at the Walgreens. Milt Pappas, a special guest appearance on Tuesday. Glad to sign the book, I'm sure. Dutchie Carey will be at the Walgreens on Fullerton tomorrow.
Nice play by McClung as he gets the pinch hitter, Picadome, who's batting for Samardzija. Saw Ricky Weeks now playing second for Milwaukee. Back to the top now, and Soriano is 0 for 3. Right-hander Chad Godin up at the pen. These are all very important outings for Chad. And he tries to make the postseason roster. Florida still leads late at New York 6-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Houston has a 4-2 edge over Atlanta in the top of the 8th at Minute Maid Park. And if the Brewers hang on tonight, the Astros are done in the wild card. They're out. And it's only a one-run game. And the Cubs have broken the Brewers fans' hearts a couple of times this year. 4-game sweep here back in late July, and then the 4-run comeback in the 9th, and then the win in extras a week ago Thursday at Wrigley Field. I think this rivalry has developed maybe a sharper edge here in 2008. These teams play many times each season, usually between 15 and 18 times. And then the top 2 teams in the National League Central the last 2 years, swing and a miss. White Sox host the Indians Sunday afternoon. Right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Both the Twins and the Sox are down at home against teams with losing records. Although if the Indians hang on tonight, they'll get to 80 and 80 on the year. They lead 10-6 on the south side in the 6th. And Kansas City is ahead 8-1 at Minnesota. Last year the Indians were 1 win away and they had 3 shots at it. to get to the World Series, but the Red Sox came back from that 3-1 deficit to win the ALCS. Indians reduced to playing spoiler. Fontenot trying to keep alive his perfect night. 3 hits, all into right for singles. It's like Eric Gagne is putting his game face on. Was that the kid from Superbad?
I'm sure he's gotten that from his teammates.
Called strike 3 to end the Cubs' 7th. Seth McClung with 2 scoreless innings. Stretch time from Milwaukee. Brewers 2, Cubs 1.
What factors should you consider when buying a luxury vehicle? Should you put MPG on top? What about resale or reliability? The truth is, when you fit all 7 costs together, you'll see why the Lexus RX has the lowest cost of ownership in its class. See how your costs align at your Lexus dealer. Lease the 2009 RX 350 all-wheel drive for $449 a month for 36 months, with $3649 due at signing.
Tonight, do the mojito with the refreshingly cool taste of the Bacardi Mojito.
Hey, I'll never forget that time when Bill Melton hit that 3-run homer off Cy Young. Great stuff.
Johnny and I thought it was Lou All's best game of the year.
You see Kane going and score last night? He turnstile that guy.
I'm a basketball.
Comcast Sportsnet's all-star lineup.
Went crazy.
Yeah, that's the poster down here, please.
Nothing but net.
And that's how the batting got started.
Fans just like you.
Hey, deep dish, big boy. Want some water?
Find all the greats on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend.
Well, they're having fun here in Milwaukee. Sellout crowd. There's the final pitch. The top of the 7th. Pretty straight fastball, but right on the outside corner as Seth McClung was excited. 3rd strikeout over his 2 innings. He'll be, I think, taken out for a pinch hitter. 2nd in the inning, although he is in the on-deck circle with a bat. Jason Kendall coming up, and Chad Godin now doing the pitching for the Cubs.
As you said, Len, every outing for Chad Godin this weekend is going to be huge, and we've seen him make some strides. His first start back, or his first outing back, after the injured lower back, every pitch was right in the middle of the plate and middle of the thighs. He got a little better the next time out. Hopefully we'll see more improvement tonight.
Kendall bounces past Ramirez, but not by Terrio, and he'll throw him out. We'll see if McClung is going to come up. Looks like it. I guess with the Brewers leading, Dale Swaim's going to stay with the effective pitcher. One ball, no strikes. Hit hard and foul. Catcher's interference, I'm thinking. Yep. Seth McClung reaches base as his bat got part of the mitt of Coy Hill.
Carlos Marmol cranking it up for the Cubs out in that right center field bullpen. This is something you always have to be aware of with a pitcher hitting. A very, very tardy swing that time, and Coy Hill, in his effort to reach out there and receive that pitch, got his glove up there just a little bit too quickly, and McClung just nipped the webbing of the glove. That's catcher's interference.
I think it goes down as no official at bat for McClung. And an error charge to Coy Hill. So you can write in CI. Kind of weird.
Well, we've written in DI a few times this year for defensive indifference.
And you have the BI category, broadcaster's indifference,
That's right,
which you always have at your disposal.
Well, there are some guys that are very good at that, drawing the catcher's interference. I think back to my playing days, and Yogi Berra's son Dale Berra in his playing days. There was a guy, especially in a 2-strike count, would wait and take that emergency swing very late.
That's a balk because Derek was not standing at first base. We've got a couple of rare calls here. Catcher's interference and now a balk. First baseman has to be at the bag, and Derek was not.
I don't understand what Chad Godin is thinking. That's a pitcher running over there at first base. You've got your first baseman playing behind him. He's going nowhere.
Base hit. McClung was headed back to second, so he can only advance one.
Well, I'll tell you, Lou Piniella is not going to be very happy after this ball game tonight. Just a boatload of mental mistakes by the Cubs on the bases. The balk by Chad Godin. Man, this is Seth McClung on that base hit through the left side. Had to hold up to make sure it got through, and then chugs on into third base. Brewers have him on the corners. I mean, nobody likes to get beat, but a manager will tell you if you play the game the right way and do the right things, and the other team just plays a little better than you do on a given night, you accept that, you take your loss, you go home and come back the next day and try to win again. But when you make mistakes that put you in a position to lose a ball game, and they're mental mistakes and fundamental mistakes, that's tough to tolerate.
And these are the types of mistakes that really can loom large in the postseason.
If you want to talk about a microscope, you get into postseason baseball and every pitch becomes huge. Every play becomes huge. It's a 90-foot war, trying to move those runners 90 feet at a time.
Weeks with his first at bat, he came in the top of the inning to play defense. He drives it very deep to left and out for a 3-run homer. Ricky Weeks pulled one right down the left field line. 3-run blast. And it's 5-1 Brewers.
Belvedere going downtown, home run replay. Weeks with a nice quick swing on a middle-in fastball. Tosses the bat away. He knew he got plenty of it. Put it right down the third base line.
Curtain call here. Ricky Weeks acknowledging the fans.
Watch how quick this bat is. He lets that ball get just out in front of home plate before releasing his hands, and extremely quick on that inside pitch.
All four Braun is on. Larry Rothschild will make a trip to the mound as Chad Gaudin's struggles continue.
You know, Len, I think back to Carlos Zambrano's start against the Mets. He gave up the grand slam home run to Carlos Delgado, but he walked 3 batters leading up to the grand slam. In this inning, you had a catcher's interference, you had a balk, and then the Ricky Weeks home run after the Cameron base hit. You know, everybody will remember the home run, but without the catcher's interference, no way of telling. You would like to assume that you can retire the opposing pitcher who has very few at-bats on the season. But just those fundamental mistakes, once again, that the Cubs have to avoid.
Got him. Gaudin with the pickoff of Ryan Braun. That time Derek was at the bag.
Take it. Quick snap throw. I'm not so sure Derek got the tag on Braun before he got his hand on the bag, but doesn't matter what I think. First base umpire Paul Emmel rang him up. Caught him in between strides right there, was just taking that last long step out there to get his maximum lead, and that's exactly when Gaudin snapped that throw over there.
Two quick ones on Fielder. The pitch. High for ball 1. Three-run homer by Ricky Weeks, adding some insurance. And the Brewers leading 5-1. That's deep off the bat of Fielder to left. Off the wall. It's a double. It's his first hit tonight. He has a 16-game hitting streak.
And his first at bat in the ball game tonight, the Prince Fielder did not see a steady diet of pitches up above the letters. Pitches middle of the thighs, outer part of the plate. Fielder's got tremendous power to all parts of the ballpark. I think he thought he might have had enough to get it out of here, but it hits about a third of the way up the fence. Fielder goes in with an abbreviated slide at second base with a double.
That's it for Gaudin. Heineken called to the pen. Carlos Marmol will get some work with his team trailing 5-1.
It's Toyota's National Clearance Event, the perfect time for amazing deals and selection. Come in now and get low 0% APR financing on the best-selling compact truck, the 2008 Tacoma, or get $2,500 cash back, or choose the 2008 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, Tundra, with 0% financing for 60 months, or $4,000 cash back. So don't miss this opportunity to save big at the Toyota National Clearance Event. Hurry into your Toyota dealer today.
The best name brands, the best people, and the best prices. That's what you'll find every day at Grant's Appliances, Electronics, and more. Our huge selection across all major and specialty brands gives you choices you won't find elsewhere. And you won't beat our prices, period. Grant's has the appliances and TVs you're looking for to complete any room in your home. And our highly trained sales professionals are always here to help. Plus, we offer free home delivery and customer support 7 days a week. Grant's has been family-owned and operated for over 80 years. Nobody beats Grant's prices, nobody.
The Buick, Pontiac, and GMC employee discount on every 2008. And now, many 2009s. You pay what we pay. but only until September 30th.
Now get a G6 starting at just $16,720, or a Yukon starting at just $27,330. Hurry, these are the final days of the GM Employee Discount for Everyone event. See your dealer by September 30th.
Tonight's sharp Aquas game-changing play. Ricky Weeks turning a 2-1 Brewer lead into a 5-1 lead with one swing of the bat. Tony Brewer going down his slide.
Now, 3-run home runs do tend to change the ball game. The 14th of the season for Ricky Weeks, who came on as a defensive replacement for Ray Durham and provides some pop for that 3-run homer.
So Marmol tonight, probably see him again on Sunday as he tunes up for the division series. One strike. Cubs know what they have in the 8th and the 9th. Marmol and Wood. Really, you could say Marmol's a 7-8 guy. And Kerry Wood, the closer. Cubs are going to go with 14 position players and 11 pitchers in the division series. And Lou said before the game, telling reporters Bob Howry is going to make the postseason roster. Marquis and Marshall will be in the pen. Still looking for somebody to really step up in the middle. Ramirez will throw to first, and they get the out. So Marmol gets out of the inning. It's 5-1 Brewers after 7.
In celebration of our 100th anniversary,
we're sharing our GM employee discount with everyone.
You pay what we pay.
Not a cent more.
The GM employee discount.
For everyone.
And now we've extended the discount through September 30th. Use it to get the 2008 Chevy Silverado with better available V8 fuel economy than Tundra and F-150. That's right. Get this 08 Silverado half-ton for around $20,500 after all offers.
Save on chamber door, storm, and screen doors now at Menards. The classic split view model features a durable aluminum frame with retractable screen, only $139. The Regal full view has a 2-inch thick overlapping frame and nickel hardware, just $155. All Amana, Whirlpool, and Maytag ranges and microwave range hoods are on sale. This self-cleaning smooth top range is only $479. This 2 cubic foot microwave range hood is only $239.
Save big money at Menards.
Show me what you tell me, now we sipping cold belly and we up inside the telly. Roll you jellies on your belly and that's right up on your pillow. Bobby all inside your middle. This got me flipping like hotcakes on the griddle.
When a major hospital wanted to add on to their benefits package at no direct cost to the company, their very first word was... Find out more at aflacforbusiness.com.
It's Toyota's National Clearance Event, the perfect time for amazing deals and selection. And all month long, get great deals on SUVs, like the 2008 Highlander Sport V6. Lease one now for just $315 a month. Or get the versatile RAV4 with $750 cash back. Or get a 2008 4Runner with low 0% APR for 60 months. So don't miss this opportunity to save big at the Toyota National Clearance Event. Hurry into your Toyota dealer today.
A new Cub song has hit the airwaves and people can't stop talking about it. Eddie Vedder's hit single All the Way can now be downloaded by visiting Cubs.com and clicking on the All the Way icon. A limited number of CD singles will also be available at Wrigley Field along with select Chicagoland Walgreens, Best Buy, and Sports Authority stores starting on Wednesday. Eddie wrote the song at the request of Mr. Cub himself, Ernie Banks.
Foul pop by D. Lee. We're in the 8th. 5-1 Milwaukee. 1-1 to count. It is now over. The Mets lost at home to Florida 6-1. So if the Brewers hang on to this late lead, they would have a shot to clinch the wild card tomorrow. Each team with 9 hits. Counsell with the scoop, the throw, and the out. Well, Seth McClung has just shut down the Cubs since he came out in the 6th.
A considerable contrast between the starter Jeff Suppan and Seth McClung. Suppan's fastball was sitting in the mid-80s. McClung in the mid to upper 90s with his heater.
So let's see. Again, this makes my head hurt with the math. Ramirez pops it up along the right field line, and no play. So the Phillies are 2 up with 2 to go. So they've clinched a tie at the very least for the National League East crown. So one more win for them or a Mets loss, and that race is over. So it's possible the Cubs could find out their first round opponent as early as tomorrow. And again, they don't want to see the Brewers clinch against them. Back-to-back 5-3 groundouts. I was talking with somebody today, Bob, and the comment was, you know the Cubs really want to stick it to the Brewers, and my comment was, I think they want to stick it to everybody they play. They didn't want to let the Mets get in. They don't want the Brewers to get in. Whoever you're playing, you want to beat them.
And you'd like to maintain some form of momentum going into the postseason series. They're going to have 2 off days on Monday and Tuesday. I'm sure the Cubs will work out, if not both days, at least one of those days. But you'd like to finish up the regular season the way you played throughout the entire summer. Some enthusiasm, some energy. Playing heads-up baseball. That has not been the case in this game tonight.
One and one to Hoffpower. Two and one. Well, because McClung has pitched as a starter, Dale Swain knew that he could stretch him out a little bit. Normally, you line it up with your middle relievers and you have your 8th inning guy and your closer. But Dale Swain's going to stick with McClung because he's getting people out. And only 3 games to go in the season. You throw out all the templates and the formats now. McClung now with 4 strikeouts as he goes 1, 2, 3 for the 2nd straight inning. He's retired 7 in a row. And this is a pitch to get Hoffpower. And as we go to the bottom of the 8th, with Milwaukee leading 5-1.
I'm feeling fine whenever you shine.
They say the sun shines a little brighter in Florida. See why. With over 45 daily flights from Chicago Midway to the Sunshine State, Southwest is taking low fares farther. Go to southwest.com/Florida to book your trip today.
You are now free to move about the country.
the mojito with the refreshingly cool taste of the Bacardi Mojito.
So let me get this straight. I have a comfortable house in the suburbs, comfortable job with a comfortable office. And what? I'm supposed to squeeze myself into an uncomfortable little car on my way back and forth to my comfortable life? I think not.
Visit your Chicagoland area Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer.
Bottom half of the 8th inning. Bernie Brewer and the Brewer fans having fun tonight. The Mets have lost. So Milwaukee can take a 1-game lead in the wild card with 2 to go. Bernie's always happy.
He has no choice.
He looked like that when the Cubs engineered the 4-game sweep up here. $44,084. Very raucous atmosphere tonight. And it'll be that way even more so tomorrow, as the Brewers look to clinch their first playoff spot since they won the American League pennant in 1982. It's been 26 years. Cubs are already in. They're the Central champs. They have clinched the best record in the league. Michael Wirtz pitching to Corey Hart. Just foul past third. Long look by Michael, and now he steps off. We hope Giovanni Soto's all right. He left with what looked like the sore left hand after a swing on the top of the 6th. Called strike 3 on the slider.
Not sure what Corey Hart was looking for. That pitch is belt high, middle of the plate right there. Probably thought it was a little bit too high as he took a look back at Gary Darling after the call 3rd strike.
Robin Yount was on that team in 1982. On Council. Three and 1. Brewers will turn to Ben Sheets tomorrow. And they have a lot of incentive as Council walks to win tomorrow and hope the Mets lose and to not have to use CC Sabathia on Sunday.
Well, we were talking about that with Johan Santana in New York. If he has to come back on short rest to pitch on Sunday, same as CC Sabathia, that would obviously mean they're not going to start the first, maybe not the first or second game of the division series.
Now Santana scheduled to go Sunday, which would be a normal rest, but the story today is that he is ready for tomorrow to pitch on short rest, and my guess is they may consider doing that. They hadn't decided on a starter for tomorrow, but that's basically a must-win now for the Mets. So I would not be surprised if Santana does come back after throwing 125 pitches in his last outing. I think that was a career high.
Tomorrow's probable pitchers, the Mets are listed as TBA. So I wouldn't be surprised either to see Santana take the ball tomorrow, given what's on the line. Also, the fact there doesn't seem to be a good plan B for the Mets. We saw pretty much all of their bullpen. Usually there's a guy or two in the pen that you feel pretty safe running out there and maybe getting you into at least the 4th or 5th inning of a game and then try to patch the rest of it together. But I don't think Jerry Manuel has any confidence in that bullpen right now.
Line to Fontenot, throw to first, and that pulled Derek off the bag. Seth McClung is going to bat for the second time. I tell you, I know the Brewers needed some runs, and they got them in the 6th and the 7th, but I think McClung has been their MVP tonight. This is kind of like that spring training outing where you take 2 starters. One goes 5, the other guy goes 4.
And I would hope Coy Hill learned his lesson in McClung's last at bat and scoot back a little bit further in case he takes another one of those very late swings. That catcher's interference is what sparked that bottom half of the 7th inning that ultimately resulted in a Ricky Weeks 3-run home run.
Works with a 2-0. McClung very late on the swing. Pushes a count to 2-2.
I would venture to guess that this is a first for Seth McClung. A large segment of the crowd here at Miller Park on their feet for an at-bat.
Twins and White Sox both still down big. Twins in their final at bat, trailing 8-1 at home against the Royals, and the White Sox are behind the Indians 11-6 in the bottom of the 7th. That division separated right now by a half game. The Twins in the lead after sweeping the Sox. Swing and a miss. We'll head to the 9th. It's 5-1 Milwaukee.
This quote of the week is brought to you by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. For an insurance quote for auto, home, life, or business, please call Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich at 847-825-4783.
All around the world, men with erectile dysfunction have taken 36-hour Cialis. Today, men can also be ready with another dosing option, Cialis for daily use, a clinically proven low-dose tablet you take every day, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right.
Tell your doctor about your medical condition and all medications, and ask if you're healthy enough for sexual activity. Don't take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, stop taking Cialis and call your doctor right away.
36-hour Cialis or Cialis for daily use. Ask your doctor if a Cialis option is right for you. So when the moment is right, you can be ready.
Nissan set out to create the perfect on-road vehicle, and in the process, created a category.
Introducing two crossover leaders from Nissan. The redesigned Murano, awarded as an IIHS top safety pick. And the versatile Rogue, named 2008's best new small crossover. Lease the 27 MPG Nissan Rogue, just $229 a month. Don't follow the leader, own one. At your Nissan dealer now.
This quote of the week is brought to you by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. For an insurance quote for auto, home, life, or business, please call Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich at 847-825-4783.
One ball, two strikes. A pitch. Hey, Cubs win the division. Cubs win the division. Cubs win the division. Fitzgerald is out on strike. Look at that scene on the field. And underneath all that humanity is Mitch Williams.
Perry with a call 19 years ago today as the Cubs clinched the Eastern Division. You remember that year pretty well. Final year in the major leagues. Felix P.A. batting for Coy Hill as we get into the ninth.
That postseason that year turned into the Will Clark, Mark Grace show. Two first basemen trying to outdo each other.
Fly ball. And it's twisting foul. Belko remaining Cubs schedule, it's dwindling for the regular season. Only 2 to go after tonight. This is our final regular season telecast here on Comcast Sportsnet. And thanks again to all the men and women who spend tireless hours getting us ready for each and every broadcast. It's been a heck of a year.
We've seen a little bit of everything, but mostly a lot of positive stuff. Very well-balanced ball club. Very deep lineup, very deep starting rotation.
And a foul. First pitch tomorrow, 2:55 Central Time.
And speaking of Mark Grace, I believe he's going to be on the call of that national game tomorrow afternoon.
Swing and a miss, PA fans.
Pitch out of the strike zone up. Not something Felix P.A. should swing at anyway. Results in a fly ball if he does make contact.
Edmonds 2 for 3. Home run, a single for the 2 hits. A producer of tonight's Cubs broadcast here on Comcast Sportsnet, Pete Toma. Our director, Bob Albrecht. The producer of tonight's pregame and postgame broadcast, Jeff Nelson. Our associate producers, Tamara Anderson. 1-1 on Edmonds. Special thanks to the senior executive producer of events, Jim Corno Jr. Also the president of Comcast Sportsnet, Jim Corno Sr. And thank everybody at Comcast Sportsnet for all their support. And our stage manager in the booth, Christine Charbonneau. Our master control operator back in Chicago, Barb Hilliard. Dave Turner off tonight, but a special thanks to Bulldog. I want to thank all the great crews here in Milwaukee and around the country who've helped bring you Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet in 2008. Second straight division championship season. Ricky Weeks, 2 outs. Josh and Dan will have Lowe's Cubs post-game live. Stick with us after the ball game. Thanks to their hard work all season. And all the sideline reporters. 1 strike on Ontario. We'll have a lot more to talk about those as we get into October.
For the 3rd time in the ball game, Darrell Ward has made his way out into the on-deck circle, hoping to get an at-bat in this game. Each time the batter before him made the 3rd out of the inning.
McClung is set up to get the win, and he will have earned it. This is one of the best relief appearances we've seen. 4 innings. Ball 4. So the Cubs are still alive, and Darrell Ward will get that at bat. 2 outs. 9th inning versus Milwaukee, down 4. Nothing about it, deja vu. The Chevy player of the game, Milwaukee's Ricky Weeks. 1 at bat, 3-run homer.
Didn't even come into the ball game until the 7th inning as a replacement for Ray Durham, but he made his 1 at bat count a 3-run bomb.
See what Dale Swain does as he's out to the mound.
Well, McClung has been stretched out. He's made 12 starts this year. It's not like he's a situational right-hander or a 1-inning guy. He's still got plenty of gas left in the tank.
Well, we know how quickly this can change. If Darrell Ward can get on, you have Soriano and Fontenot and Lee. You're not going to count the Cubs out just yet. Ontario's going to take second without a throw, and we've had catcher's interference, CI, and we'll have defensive indifference, DI. Final strike. Well, McClung at one time pitched for Lou in Tampa Bay. Pitching against his former manager tonight. And he's 1 strike away. 1-2. long pause by McClung. The kick and the pitch. That's it. McClung finishes off the Cubs with 6 strikeouts in 4 relief innings. He gets the win. Sean Marshall takes the loss, and Milwaukee back in the wild card lead by 1 full game over the New York Mets with just 2 left in the regular season.
It's the final pitch of the ball game from Seth McClung. Boy, what a great job by the pitching staff of the Brewers tonight. Jeff Suppan tap danced around this Cubs lineup for 5 innings, then turned it over to the flame-throwing Seth McClung, one of his best outings of the season.
From the Cubs' perspective, this is not a game they had to have, but it was not a very crisply played ball game for the Cubs. A couple of fundamental issues tonight, and you know Lou's not going to be real thrilled about it.
Well, not at all, and not that they need me to make excuses for him, but the club did get in very, very late last night. I'm not sure how much sleep the guys got after the plane flight from New York, the long game in the rain last night at Shea Stadium, but not one of their better efforts of the year as far as fundamentals go.
So that will do it for our game coverage. Stay tuned. Lowe's Postgame Live from right here at Miller Park is coming up. Once again, the final score tonight, Milwaukee 5 and the Cubs 1. In-game scoring provided by ScorePad. And before Bob and I sign off on our regular season finale here on Comcast Sportsnet, we'd like to again thank our great Comcast Sportsnet Cubs production crew who's been with us all season long. Bob Albrecht, Dave Turner, Tamara Anderson, Jim Corno Jr., everyone at Comcast Sportsnet, Trio Video as well, and the hundreds of men and women in Chicago and around the country who've helped bring you Cubs baseball here in 2008. Thanks as well to Pete Toma, Mark Brady, Christine Charbonneau, who played a part on our broadcasts this season. And we say goodbye with some great moments of 2008. And Bob, we need a lot of time to show you the great moments because there have been a lot of them here in 08.
No question about it, and hopefully the best moments are yet to come.
To Keeping the Dream Alive by Fry Height, a song our producer Bob Albrecht and some of our crew members first used following the Cubs clincher in '89 and again in 2003. Perla Viveros and Steve Stroud helped out on the video. We hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, Lowe's Post Game Live coming up next.
Introducing Touch of Color, the mark of excellence. Featuring continuous weather, news, sports, and stock quote updates. Samsung, design that performs. September is Samsung month at Apt Electronics. Bring an AnyTube TV for recycling at Apt in Glenview and receive a $75 credit towards any Samsung HD TV. Celebrating 72 years, save 12% at Apt Electronics. Pleasing people since 1936.
The Chicago Cubs strongly encourage the use of public transportation. The CTA offers a variety of options, including the Red Line, which stops right at Wrigley Field at the Edison Station. If you must drive, try the remote parking operation at DeVry University, located near the Edison and Rockwell intersection. The remote lot offers parking and an express bus for just $6. For more details, call the CTA hotline at 773-836-7000 or visit Cubs.com.
Show me what you tell me, now we sipping cold belly and we up inside the telly. Roll you jellies on your belly and that's right up on your pillow. Lobby all inside your middle. This got me flipping like hotcakes on the griddle.
Seriously, why don't you just go better when you have some breakfast? Whatever. Ow!
Start your day off right with any 2 McMuffin sandwiches for just $3. Now at McDonald's.
In celebration of our 100th anniversary,
We're sharing our GM employee discount with everyone.
You pay what we pay.
not a cent more
The GM employee discount.
for everyone.
And now we've extended the discount through September 30th. Use it to get the 2008 Chevy Malibu with better city fuel economy than Accord and Camry. That's right. Get this 2008 Chevy Malibu LS for around $19,000.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. With Southwest Airlines, you're now free to be more productive. Visit Southwest.com today. Menards. At Menards, you'll find big lumber yards, big selection, and big savings. And by your local Chicagoland Buick Pontiac GMC dealers.
For the first time this season, the Cubs lose a game in Miller Park in Milwaukee. 5-1 the final, and the fact that they lost the game, not that important. Some of the things that went on during the loss, maybe semi-important, as well as some of the stuff before the game, very important. We'll get to all of that here on Cubs Postgame Live. And welcome back to Miller Park in Milwaukee. Brewers 5-1 over the Cubs with Dan Plesac. I'm Josh Mora. I suppose of the game, Dan, the only thing that really matters is they didn't look particularly sharp. A bunch of the hits and a bunch of the runs that the Brewers scored came on balls that were misplayed in the outfield.
Well, you look at this game, and the Cubs have played themselves into a spot, Josh, to where these games really don't have the importance that they do for the Milwaukee Brewers. One of the keys for me was going to be Ryan Dempster. You're going to go as far as your starting pitching is going to take you into the postseason. He looked as good as he's been all season long. Throwing strikes, had very stressful innings. He looked good, and you couldn't have asked for a better prep for a guy getting ready to start in 5 days for Game 1 coming up Wednesday. Who they're going to play, it looks like right now, it's a pretty good chance it will be the Los Angeles Dodgers. This game really was about the starting pitcher and Ryan Dempster, and right now he's going into his start on Wednesday in about as good a condition as you could ask for.
Yeah, 80 pitches, 5 innings. Let's take a look at the Feldco pitching wrap-up as he gave up just 4 hits. 3 of them could have been caught by his outfielders. 1 earned run. A very routine day for him. And what were you looking for specifically beyond the 80 pitches to see that would set him up well for Game 1 in the NLDS on Wednesday?
Well, first and foremost, you know, consistency, throwing his fastball for strikes, which he was able to do. He mixed in some very good split finger pitches to Prince Fielder, to the lefties for the Brewers. He threw the ball as well as he's thrown all season long, and this looks really good.
And he did it from ahead because Jim Edmonds gave him the lead with the home run.
Well, Jim Edmonds, and this is really something, and we talked about it during the course of the game, whether it's Kosuke Fukudomi, whether it's Jim Edmonds, the Cubs could really use a left-handed presence in that lineup. Jim Edmonds has been great for the Cubs up to this point. Kosuke Fukudomi the last 2.5 to 3 months has kind of been a hidden guy. And this is a right-handed dominant lineup that the Cubs throw out there. So any left-handed offense that they can get is going to be a huge plus.
Jim Edmonds with his 4th home run in this ballpark this year, his 4th against the Brewers this year as well. All right, let's get to the other stuff that matters, because we saw what they got out of their starting pitcher, but a couple of other things we needed to see. One of them was Giovanni Soto, back in the lineup tonight after missing a couple of games in New York. He had that hand injury that he suffered after hitting that game-tying home run against the Brewers in Wrigley Field last week, and he winced again in this ball game after taking a swing on a pitch from Seth McClung.
Well, that's not a good sign, and what makes you really worry about is the fact that he's had a couple of days since the game on Tuesday. He had Wednesday and Thursday to rest that for 2 days, so you would have to think that he's probably not going to swing the bat or get a chance to play tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday. So maybe giving him 3 or 4 days off might be the wise thing to do before game 1 of the postseason. The problem with that is you run the risk of a hitter not swinging off a live game-type pitching for 4 or 5 days. Is that going to affect his timing when he goes up to hit in game 1 of the postseason?
Well, one of the other things we needed to see was some efforts out of the bullpen, because before the game, Lou Piniella said he's going to take 7 pitchers in relief. Clearly, those are going to include Kerry Wood, Carlos Marmol, Neil Kotz certainly will be one of the lefties out of the bullpen. He said that Jason Marquis and Bobby Howry will pitch out of the bullpen as well. So you would think that it might come down to Jeff Samardzija and Chad Godin for one final spot, especially if he takes a second lefty in Sean Marshall. So we got to see both Samardzija pitch and Godin pitch. Samardzija came in a situation and pitched pretty well. Godin had a lot of difficulty in his 2/3 of an inning.
Well, I think you go back at another thing that kind of flew under the radar. It was really important. Sean Marshall was left in to get a big strikeout of Prince Fielder. 1st and 2nd, nobody out on 3 pitches. First pitch fastball, a slow changeup, and then a good breaking ball, 0-2. Jeff Samardzija threw the ball really well. Unfortunately, a little flare that dropped in front of Alfonso Soriano in left field, which was the go-ahead run, and Chad Godin really for the 3rd time. He just hasn't looked that sharp. He threw a pickoff play to Derek Lee at first base when he wasn't occupying first base.
That's a balk.
It was a balk, and it just, he doesn't look real comfortable right now. So I'd have to say right now, we don't make those decisions, but it looks like that Chad Godin right now is on the outside looking in.
Okay, and that's the situation in the bullpen. We'll talk about the rotation because Lou Piniella said that. We'll have that for you when we come back. We're also going to take a look at much more about this game as the Brewers beat the Cubs here on a Friday night and take the 1-game lead over the New York Mets in the NL wildcard race. As we go to our first break, our GMC poll question, who do you think was the Cubs' best pitcher in 2008? We've listed 4 starters, Dempster, Harden, Lilly, and Zambrano, as well as Carlos Marmol and Kerry Wood. And you can go to the Comcast Sportsnet page by ComcastSportsnet.com. Click on the Cubs page and vote, and we will have the results for you at the end of Cubs Postgame Live. We continue from Milwaukee after this.
If you missed today's Cubs game, Comcast customers can go to channel 999 and watch Cubs games on Comcast Sportsnet On Demand. Cubs games on Comcast Sportsnet On Demand, only on Comcast, subject to availability.
Hey.
Oh, hi. No, it's pretty quiet. I think I'm just going to take my lunch now.
At Lowe's, you can refresh your home with the same style of items you'd find in a specialty store.
Is this the right price on that lamp?
It sure is, for a lot less. What'd you get at Lowe's?
Chainsaw. My husband's a logger.
Lowe's, let's build something together.
Come to Lowe's and support the victims of the 2008 hurricanes. Lowe's will match all contributions up to $250,000.
All around the world, men with erectile dysfunction have taken 36-hour Cialis. Today, men can also be ready with another dosing option, Cialis for daily use, a clinically proven low-dose tablet you take every day, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right.
Tell your doctor about your medical condition and all medications and ask if you're healthy enough for sexual activity. Don't take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, stop taking Cialis and call your doctor right away.
36-hour Cialis or Cialis for daily use. Ask your doctor if a Cialis option is right for you. So when the moment is right, you can be ready.
We believe acceleration should feel less like a quick burst of speed and more like a limitless force of nature. The 306 horsepower G from Infinity.
0.9% APR now available on the 2008 Infiniti G sedan for up to 60 months.
All right, time for our four-season heating and cooling. Who's hot and who's not? Well, here are a couple of guys who didn't exactly time this well. Hank Blaylock of the long-eliminated Rangers and John Lannon of the hopelessly futile Washington Nationals, but both have had a nice week or so. As for who's not, some importance of the guy at the bottom of the page here, Brett Myers, because the Phillies will need him if they are going to be successful in the postseason. Right now, their magic number is 1 to clinch the National League East because they win tonight over the Nationals while the New York Mets lose to the Florida Marlins. Welcome back to Cubs Postgame Live with Dan Plesac. I'm Josh Mora as the Brewers beat the Cubs 5-1, but maybe the most important nugget of this game came before the game when Lou Piniella revealed his pitching rotation for the National League Division Series, regardless of who the Cubs play against. Ryan Dempster, as you know, goes in Game 1. That was announced earlier this week. Carlos Zambrano will go in Game 2 at Wrigley Field. The 2 road games will be pitched in order by Rich Harden in Game 3 and Ted Lilly in Game 4. Dan, do you think that Lou has set his rotation in the right way?
Well, I do. I think right now that Ryan Dempster has been the Cubs' most consistent pitcher all season long. And you add to that how good he's been at Wrigley Field this season. He's virtually been unbeatable at home, and he threw very well tonight. Couldn't have asked for a better setup for him going into Game 1 on Wednesday. I think with Carlos Zambrano, you know, it's a little bit scary. He had a great start when he threw the no-hitter against the Astros here in Milwaukee. His 2 starts subsequently have not been that good. But with Carlos Zambrano, you really don't know what to expect. There are times when he goes through these 3 or 4 game slides where he doesn't pitch particularly well, and then out of the blue, he comes up really big. It wouldn't surprise me in the least that if he didn't come up really big in Game 2, he has it in him, and he's just a tough guy at times. You'd like to be going into the postseason if you're Carlos Zambrano and Larry Rothschild, Lou Piniella, feeling a lot better, confident that he's had a couple of good starts going into this. Unfortunately, you're running on his schedule, and you just hope that he steps up and rises to the occasion.
And there had been some talk that he might throw a couple of innings on Sunday, but Lou Piniella said before the game, probably he'll just do side work on Monday instead as he gets ready for the start in Game 2 against an opponent still TBD. Tonight, it won't be the Milwaukee Brewers. We know that much. They can't face the Brewers, the Cubs can, in round 1. They could meet them in round 2. If they do have that fortune, they're going to have to figure out a way to stop Seth McClung. McClung came in relief of Jeff Suppan tonight, pitched 4 innings, 58 pitches. He's probably the most reliable guy in the Brewers pen right now.
I'll tell you what, Dale Swain desperately needed somebody in that bullpen. They have gone to Torres the last 2 to 3 weeks, and he's pretty much used up right now. They would love to have given him a day off. This was a huge performance, and without question, the biggest game of the year so far at this point for the Brewers. With the Mets losing, the Brewers winning, they take the lead by 1 game in the wild card right now with 2 games to go. They're sitting in a pretty good spot right now.
It means they can clinch tomorrow. If they win and the Mets lose, they can be in the wild card. That would also give the NL East to the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, our Feldco star of the game, well, Mike Fontenot had 3 hits, but no, we're not going to give it to Mike Fontenot. Ryan Dempster, a good start. No, we're not going to give it to Ryan Dempster. We're going to give it to the winner of the sausage race, and in this final game of the season on Comcast Sports, that it's Chorizo nudging out, I don't know, is that the Italian sausage there, number 3, and I don't know, Polish maybe is 4.
Times here at Miller Park where you'll see a wire-to-wire winner in the sausage race. Usually that good early speed, the first half of the race, usually comes back to the pack, but a well-trained sausage tonight.
Well, you know, I know that Chorizo has been working hard on this. He's been training for, you know, a good couple of months here, and it's nice to see that pay off in such a big game for Chorizo, especially.
Well, this was a big game and the biggest game of the year so far for the Brewers, and Chorizo, big-time effort.
A disappointing effort from Knockwurst. We're all disappointed to see him finish in 4th. Disappointed also to see the Cubs lose this one, but not that disappointed because the Cubs are still the NL Central champs and will be home field for the entire National League part of the playoffs. All right, we're going to come back, look ahead to tomorrow's game as we continue with Cubs Postgame Live here from Miller Park after the Brewers beat the Cubs 5-1.
And now it's time for the Stay in the Game Hold Spotlight, brought to you by Just for Men Hair Color.
Really? All right, our Just for Men Stay in the Game Hold Spotlight. This was coming into the game. The Cubs holds leaders on the season. Carlos Marmol almost twice as many as Bobby Howry. Marmol pitched a third of an inning tonight and got the Cubs out of the 7th inning. So no holds tonight for the Cubs as they fall to the Brewers by a score of 5-1. We're back after this with our poll results and more on Cubs Postgame Live.
Just as these middle relievers keep their team in the game, you too can stay in the game with Just for Men hair color.
We won. Good job.
Just for Men takes 5 easy minutes. Targets only the gray hair and can get you to a better place.
How's the new job? Great.
Just for Men, stay in the game.
If ever you're not satisfied with one of our tires, please feel free to bring it back. Thank you. Discount Tire Company.
Low prices, more choices on the world's best brands like Michelin and B.F. Goodrich.
When it comes to planning for the future, trust Country Insurance and Financial Services to keep you moving in the right direction. With down-to-earth, straightforward advice, Country Insurance and Financial Services is always there to keep you on the right path. Country, real answers for real financial security. For your family, for you, for a lifetime.
This is our country.
The Buick Pontiac and GMC employee discount on every 2008. And now, many 2009s. You pay what we pay, but only until September 30th.
Now get a G6 starting at just $16,720, or a Yukon starting at just $27,330. Hurry, these are the final days of the GM Employee Discount for Everyone event. See your dealer by September 30th.
Louisville Slugger has been making bats since 1884 and is the official bat of Major League Baseball. In honor of the Cubs' back-to-back Central Division NL Championship, Louisville Slugger has released this Cubs back-to-back Division Champions bat. You can see this beautiful historic bat at BigTimeBats.com. The bat is numbered and limited to only 5,000 bats. The bat will have a beautiful laser engraved image of Wrigley, the Cubs logo, and the NLDS logo. You can purchase this full-size bat for $129.95 plus shipping and handling by calling Hamster Direct at 1-866-280-BATS.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by American Chartered Bank. American Chartered, the bank for your business. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And welcome back to Cubs Postgame Live, our Buick GMC Pontiac poll results. The question, who is the best pitcher for the Cubs in 2008? Just shy of half of you vote for Ryan Dempster. Carlos Zambrano in second, Rich Hard in third, and then a tie with Ted Lilly, Carlos Marmol, and Kerry Wood. Welcome back to Cubs Postgame Live, Dan Plesac and Josh Mora. And Danny, I'm not surprised about the votes for Ryan Dempster, 17-6 this season, 4-0 against the Milwaukee Brewers with a no decision. I am a little surprised that there was a lack of support for Carlos Marmol or Kerry Wood or both. When you compare the Cubs bullpen to the bullpen of the 4 other teams left in the playoff race going into the final weekend, the Cubs clearly have the best 8th and 9th inning guys.
There's no question. If you look at that poll results, I think Ryan Dempster, whoever voted for Dempster, I think, hit it right on. He's been the Cubs' best pitcher and most consistent pitcher from the first week of the season on. But Kerry Wood and Carlos Marmol have been very, very dependable, and they have been a big reason that you look at some of those wins from the starting pitcher. Carlos Marmol, the first 2 months of the season, was as close to automatic as you're going to get, and Kerry Wood has had a terrific season. Carlos Marmol, this has been a very subpar season for Carlos Zambrano. Yeah. It has been subpar. And you look at his numbers in August and September, and they're frightening. They're not that good. They're going to really need him to step up in Game 2 of the postseason. And this is the time for him to really make you forget about August and September. This isn't an ideal situation for him to be leading into Game 2 starting. I mean, you'd like to... The no-hitter was terrific, but the 2 subsequent starts were very subpar, and he's going to really need to step it up.
And the Cubs are going to have to get Kerry Wood into a game here, and maybe Carlos Marmol one more time.
I'm sure that he's going to get in an ideal thing. I think you're going to see if Lou Piniella, if it's not a save situation tomorrow, then I think maybe not for a full inning, but to make sure both that Marmol and Wood get some sort of innings in on Sunday, even if it's a hitter or 2 hitters, not to overextend them, but to have them sharp, give them the day off on Monday. I'm sure the Cubs will have a workout on Tuesday, be ready to go on Wednesday.
The Milwaukee Brewers now head into the final 2 days of the season, knowing that if they win out and sweep the Cubs, they will be the National League wildcard team. They have a one-game lead on the Mets. The Astros are now eliminated. The Mets 2 games back of the Phillies for the NL East. So the Cubs still do have something to say here, but this was a big win for the Brewers, and these next 2 days become even bigger.
Well, it's just amazing how things can turn with like a week to 10 days left. You go back and you look 4 or 5 days ago, it looked like the Brewers were really still in control of things. They hit a tailspin. The Mets get a little bit hot. You know, the problem with the Mets has been their bullpen is just atrocious right now. Once you get through Johan Santana, starting pitcher, and you get into that bullpen, it's really slim pickings right now. So it's funny how things can change. You know, going into yesterday's game, the Brewers looked like they were at really a disadvantage, and now they seem to be holding the cards. If they can win one of these next 2 against the Cubs, there's a pretty good chance at worst they're going to be in a tie.
Well, they would love to have that be tomorrow, so they don't have to get to CC Sabathia on Sunday, and they can at least shorten him up. Let's look at tomorrow's starters. A big game, really, for the Brewers. Ben Sheets scheduled to go for the Brewers. We're hearing maybe that might not be the case. Ted Lilly for the Cubs, and Ted Lilly, maybe right with Ryan Dempster, has been the Cubs' best pitcher down the stretch. He's won all the important games.
And you know what, with the exception about 4 starts back, he had a short 2-inning outing at Cincinnati, but he has been really good. And the thing that has impressed me, Josh, the first half of the season, his first 17, 18 starts, his velocity was really down, pitching at 83 to 86 miles an hour. His last 3 or 4 starts, he's been pitching consistently at 86 to 88, has been topping out at 92, 93. He's getting stronger as the second half of the season, and really, you have no complaints with Ted Lilly starting a game in the postseason. He's been really good the last 2 months.
Well, we are all looking forward to the postseason. It's going to be great. The Cubs clearly positioned to be the favorite in the National League. This is our last game of the regular season on Comcast, but we'll be providing pre- and post-game coverage all playoffs long, hopefully deep. Dan, it's been a pleasure.
Keep that big blue train rolling.
Absolutely, even though they weren't able to do it tonight. The Cubs lose to the Brewers 5-1 in our finale here on Comcast Sportsnet and Comcast Sportsnet Plus. But we will see you in the postseason. For Dan and all of the hosts, I'm Josh Mora. See you later.
Cubs Postgame Live is presented to you by Lowe's. Let's build something together.
Hey. Oh, hi. You know, it's pretty quiet. I think I'm just going to take my lunch now.
At Lowe's, you can refresh your home with the same style of items you'd find in a specialty store.
Is this the right price on that lamp?
It sure is, for a lot less. What'd you get at Lowe's?
Chainsaw. My husband's a logger.
Lowe's, let's build something together.
Ask for 10% off your first purchase on your new Lowe's Consumer Credit Card account.
All around the world, men with erectile dysfunction have taken 36-hour Cialis. Today, men can also be ready with another dosing option, Cialis for daily use, a clinically proven low-dose tablet you take every day, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right.
Tell your doctor about your medical condition and all medications, and ask if you're healthy enough for sexual activity. Don't take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, stop taking Cialis and call your doctor right away.
36-hour Cialis or Cialis for daily use. Ask your doctor if a Cialis option is right for you. So when the moment is right, you can be ready.
This quote of the week is brought to you by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. For an insurance quote for auto, home, life, or business, please call Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich at 847-825-4783.
Nissan set out to create the perfect on-road vehicle, and in the process, created a category. Introducing 2 crossover leaders from Nissan. The redesigned Murano, awarded as an IIHS top safety pick, and the versatile Rogue, named 2008's best new small crossover. Lease the 27 MPG Nissan Rogue, just $229 a month. Don't follow the leader, own one. At your Nissan dealer now.